Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp. Today not with a brew review but with some real talk. I have been away for about 2 months and I feel like I owe you guys, or actually of course I don't owe anyone anything, but I would like to give you guys a short explanation why I disappeared for a while. It is very heartwarming that actually several of you reached out via email or via a direct message on Instagram to ask me if I was okay, and like I said, that was very wholesome, very heartwarming, and that is also what motivates me to actually restart this channel or revive this channel, so to speak. It was never my intention to quit, but I do want to make some things clear, and let it be clear that this is not going to be about beer. This is going to be about my life and yeah, a few minutes of your time. If you're not interested in that, that is absolutely your right to do so. Just click away and watch the next video. I can tell you guys that starting next week I will be publishing new videos and some older videos, because in the time that I was away I have recorded a few reviews, but my mind wasn't with the beer or with the channel, so I never published them. I actually never even edited those. I will edit those, I will add those to the back catalog, which is currently 0 videos, but I'm gonna start recording again. Now, why did I disappear? A quick timeline. In May 2023, my father was diagnosed with a very aggressive form of pancreatic cancer, and it had expanded to his liver. His prognosis was he only had 6 to 12 weeks to live, and that was very shocking news, of course. Now, fortunately, he had very good doctors. He had an awesome team surrounding him. He had one of the top oncologists, not only in Antwerp, but in Belgium and even in the world. That actually helped him through for a while, because instead of 6 to 12 weeks, he lived on for 16 months, of which 15 months were actually quality life. He's an old paratrooper. He still got to go to the open days at his former army base. He got to enjoy days with friends and weekends away and stuff like that. So we are very happy for him that he still had that year and a quarter. And it's only the last 3 to 4 weeks that he became severely ill, and so on Friday the 13th, September 13th, he passed away, unfortunately. And that was actually the start of a rather dark period. Of course, we saw this coming. We had time to prepare and to say our goodbyes and to talk things over, and but that's all personal, and I'm not gonna tell you guys everything, of course. However, a few weeks later, a good friend of mine also passed away, very unexpectedly, the week before his birthday, 2 weeks before he planned a getaway with his wife and his kids, and that also came in as a shock. It was 2 weeks prior to the elections, and there was so little time to get him off the list, of the election list. Many people actually didn't get the news that he passed away before the elections, so he still got elected, but unfortunately, well, he couldn't pick up his mandate. So we lost him as well. And then I also lost a colleague and an old schoolmate in October, November. So I lost 4 people in a very short period of time. A bit later, my mom, who was of course pretty beaten up about losing my dad and being alone all of a sudden. And my mom has been ill for a while now. In '97 she got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. But that last half year, those last 6 months, she mainly took care of my dad. Well, we shared the burden, of course, but nonetheless, she took the greater part of it, living with him and all that. Up to the point that all the stress and all the physical strain that she suffered made her lose weight, lose motivation, and she only weighed 36 kilos in the end for a grown woman. So she was just skin and bone, very susceptible to disease as well. Between the holidays, between Christmas and New Year's Eve, she also lost her best friend, who is one of my neighbors, coincidentally. So that is the 5th one that we lost in less than 4 months. And to make things even more depressing, I just switched jobs. I started a 6-month training, but because I found 6 months too long, I urged my job to let me do this in a shorter period, and I finished a 6-month full-time training in 7 weeks, which means I was rather stressed as well. During that period, my brother started acting a bit weird, let's say, and out of respect for the family and out of respect for his privacy, I'm not gonna go into detail about this, but we had him committed. He's getting the help that he needs, but that was another stress factor. That was the start of January, and at the same time, a week later, my mom came down with RSV, which is a very severe respiratory virus. She spent almost 10 days in the hospital, of which a week in intensive care. So for me, doing 14-hour shifts at work to get that training done, while taking care of my mom and all the administration for my brother, I kind of broke down a bit. And in February, I didn't even get the chance to celebrate my birthday, because I was working. I started sponsoring a podcast. I was working at the brewery all the time, which is not the job I'm talking about. So I was doing 14-hour shifts at my job while going to school on Mondays and working at the brewery on weekends. All the while getting beat up by all the shit that was happening in my family, in my surroundings. And I am one of those people. I am prone to what they call high functioning depression. So I have a depression sensitivity of some kind, but while some people that suffer from depression get a dysfunctional episode where they stay in bed and they beat themselves up about staying in bed and go into a negative spiral, I actually act up by accepting more work and starting more jobs or working more in general. And in the beginning of March, the first week of March, I actually planned my first holiday in about a year, I guess. 3 days to Holland, which is a 2-hour drive from here. A beautiful place in well, near the Dutch-German border. I visited a Trappist abbey, not a beer not a brewing abbey, but a winemaking abbey. I visited a beautiful hiking trail in Germany, but unfortunately, that was the first time in I think 6, 7, 8 months. I actually quit climbing in August as well, because I didn't have the time or the energy or the mindset for it. But that 1 week in March was the first time I had some free time on my hands, that I left the world behind, and with a friend we just went hiking. Unfortunately, me leaving all the stress behind was a signal for my body to completely shut down. And I'm very grateful for that friend, by the way, because she got me through that. I came down with a very severe respiratory infection. She almost had to carry me back to the hotel at some point. So yeah, nonetheless, we did find the time and energy, because all we did there was walk, eat, sleep, and that was it. We were in a little tiny village, not so far from the Hertog Jan brewery. I visited that brewery, or actually she has nothing with beer, she doesn't even drink. But she made me go to the brewery, just to clear my mind. So I'm forever grateful for that. I will be returning with a camera, because it's a beautiful brewery, but I digress. Now, with my body completely shutting down, I had muscle aches, I had a respiratory infection, even the tendons in my hands went numb. I lost a bunch of functionality in my hands, which as a bassist and a guitar player sucks, and as a climber sucks even more. So I lost functionality in some of my in my hands. I was stiff all the time, so that really got into my head as well. And at that time, my mindset wasn't great. The only thing that I kept doing was work. Like I just said, high functioning, so I started working. And at some point, I just gave up. And that was a very hard time, because at times like those, you have to make choices. And one of those choices was make more time for me, for my mom. So I've been helping her out, cleaning out the house and stuff, renovating the house a bit. And meantime, I was renovating my own house and building the new studio, which almost has flooring and stuff and plumbing. So that's going well right now. But one thing that I had to drop was this channel, among other things. I thought I'd take a break for 2 or 3 weeks, as I do every year. Unfortunately, I couldn't motivate myself to restart. And luckily, the time is now. I visited a local specialty drink center yesterday. I got around 30 beers just to taste and whatever. So yeah, I am gonna start again, starting next week. I'm gonna record something today. I will be editing tomorrow. So by the time that you guys see this, I will probably record 2 or 3 videos. I'm gonna start working with a back catalog, so I can take more time for myself. I'm gonna I actually implemented a more efficient process for doing this. But with all this being said, I really want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Even in the 2 months that I was gone, subscriber count kept growing. We are almost at 300 right now. I am very well aware that I started a contest before I left and I never appointed a winner. well, I will restart that contest as well, and there will be a winner. I will be giving away that bottle of Goose. And yeah, big thanks to everyone who supported me, who keeps supporting me, and who reached out to me while I was down and out. But hey, I'm back. Apart from that, like I said, I kept working and working, so I expanded my business while I was down, which means that restaurants, bars can book me now to make their processes more efficient as well. I've restarted, because I used to give courses since 2012, I believe, until 2021-ish. I've restarted that as well. I picked up tastings. I did some tastings for beer clubs the past few weeks, and for hospitality professionals, which I was nervous as fuck for, but it all worked out fine. So yeah, if you guys want to book me, hit me up. But apart from that, thank you so much. And yeah, if anyone is in Antwerp, feel free to contact me and just to have a beer as well. Funny thing is that actually yesterday I saw Thomas Hogendam from Thomas Opened, another beer tube channel. And Thomas, if you're watching this, I also hate that name. But he was saying pretty much the same thing. He's also struggling with mental health issues, also taking a step back. But I think he wants the same thing as me, and that is build a community. So maybe I'll reach out to him to do something together. Yeah, we'll see where this goes. But nonetheless, I'll see you guys in the next video. And again, thanks so much for sticking with me and for supporting me and this channel. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Cheers, you guys.